Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Majestic Native in the building, and I want to talk to you about some things. Um, I want to talk about these loudmouth ass women. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of going places, and I see these women. They on their phone. They talking shit about something. Always a complaint about something. You know, all the women are cursing, foul mouths. You know, I just don't find it really ladylike for a woman to be, uh, you know, just coming out her mouth all types of weird ways. You know what I mean? But to each his own. You know, but I find that that's one of the lowest ways for a female to lower her value. You know what I'm saying? Um, and if she wants to keep her value high, you know what I mean, and meet a good caliber of man, you know, um, she got to kind of clean up that attitude, you know, and so, not to step on anyone's toes, you know what I'm saying, but when a woman is all tatted up, all the way up to her neck, you know what I'm saying, and she's cursing like a sailor, you know what I mean, and she doesn't want to wear dresses, she wants to mostly wear sneakers and jeans and things like that. It's almost like you messing around with a dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really what what a lot of us are signing up for. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what we feel like we have to accept nowadays because there's not a lot of feminine, well-dressed women. You know, in the summertime, you can imagine a female with a nice sundress on. You know what I'm saying? Just touching her curves. You know what I mean? And you don't need to see everything. You know, so I don't know. That's all I'll say about it on that level. But you have bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with that is, you got guys. They saying, "Oh, I need me a bad bitch. I need me a bad bitch." And then they get into relationships with the bad bitch, and then they wonder why they didn't get a good woman. Well, because you didn't ask for a good woman. You asked for a bad bitch, and that's what you got. You know what I'm saying? So everything we say has come to be the opposite of what we really want. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, if you look at a lot of things that we say in the community, um, especially, when we get mad, um, look at the things that we say to each other. You know what I mean? It's suspect. You know what I'm saying? It's homo. You know what I mean? To keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we let that happen. I don't know where that came from. But saying to each other, yo, suck my dick, kiss my ass, I'll fuck you niggas up, all types of stuff like that. You know what I mean? It seemed like it all had a sexual undertone. Of course, we didn't know that. You know what I mean? So it just kind of makes you wonder where all of these things come from. You know what I mean? And of course, especially when people were saying that at its most, we really was not on that type of time where we was doing nothing like that. But now that I really look back on it, I can see the influence of hip hop and how, words like niggas, bitches, you know what I mean? All of these things were basically brought to us in the rap world. You know what I'm saying? Not so much on movies, it was mainly rap. You know what I mean? Rap became our overall main culture. You know what I mean? And so when something is your main culture, then you are basically allowing that thing to provide all of your morality and tutelage, you know what I mean, for your generation. You know what I mean? And I think that that's ultimately what happened to us. We got tricked and trapped. You know, people like back in the day, like Dolores Tucker I'm not sure. I think she was a congresswoman or something like that, but she was going against hip hop music, um, saying that it was degrading to women and and to black people in general. You know what I'm saying? And now, as an older man, when I look back on that, I see that she definitely was on point with that. You know what I'm saying? Because they pump their agendas onto us. And I'm not going to sit here and act like, you know what I mean, the way we did it in the past was better, our music was better. It wasn't. You know what I mean? You can go back and you can look at the 80s. I mean, they had us, they had, not me per se, but because I was young, but they had guys running around with raccoon skin caps on with the raccoon tail at the back. You know what I mean? Talking about they was Davy Crockett. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about that, if they would have ran across Davy Crockett back in the day, he probably would have shot him in the ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's just funny how we pick up these weirdo things from rap music. You know what I mean? And I don't, it may step on some people's toes, but I just find it ironic that Jewish people own all rap music. They own the record labels. They own the distribution. Go back and look at the names. You know what I mean, of the people who is really making the biggest money off of hip hop. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's not about money. It's about influence. You know what I'm saying? It's about being able to influence the masses. You take off the M, it's the asses. You know what I'm saying? Because they're very disrespectful. They got no faith in your ability to recognize and realize what they're doing to you. I mean, look at the long list of dead rappers. You know what I mean? It's crazy, And if you want to look at the word rapper, you will understand that a rapper is made to conceal something. You know what I mean? For instance, like Christmas time, right? You wrap a present, right? And I know, yeah, it's W-R-A-P, it's not R-A-P, but the premise is the same, because you wrapping it to conceal what is inside. You know what I'm saying? And so they are basically concealing the negative and evil messages that they are implanting inside of the music. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by that. And at the end of the day, all of these musics and these musicians are very talented souls, and they have the ability. Okay, they have basically special powers to move the masses of asses. You know what I mean? In a positive or in a negative way, but they are just paid to do it in a negative way. You can take any popular song and change the words over to positive lyrics, and you can keep the melody, you can keep the beat, and all of these things. You know what I mean? And if you did that on a large scale, you would notice society start to change. You would notice that the way that the women start to see themselves start to change. The way the men start to see themselves will change. The violence in the community will change, because we have allowed hip-hop to become our culture. You know what I'm saying? And that was never a good thing. You know what I mean? We have intellectuals. We have a lot of other people that should have come before rap. You know what I mean? Hip-hop. People, a lot of people will say hip-hop contributed a lot to our way of being. And I would have to challenge that, because at the end of the day, what did it really add to us? What did it add to us as a people? You know what I'm saying? It mostly destroyed us, And you may say, yeah, a lot of us got the bag and we came up and we was able to feel it. Yeah, but most of those people, you know what I mean, turned satanic. You know what I mean? Go back and look at their album covers, listen to their songs, and I mean really listen. They on their album covers with their eyeballs blacked out like demons. Oh, they on demon time. You know what I mean? Look, all of their videos have fire in them. Or you just go look at the videos. All of their videos have fire and all types of freaky madness. You know what I'm saying? So I think at this point, people are willfully closing their eyes and their ears to the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? Because there's no way you're telling me you're not hearing your favorite rapper spitting Bible verses, you know, and all types of other things. But at the end of the day, you know, maybe you didn't know they were Bible verses because you don't know the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe this is why you need to go and read up on it. And you'll say, oh, well, you know, I'm not Christian. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what you have to understand is, if you would like to even begin to call yourself educated and awakened, you know, arguably the two most famous books in the world is the Bible and the Quran. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pick up one, if not both, because the Quran ultimately states that for anything that you do not understand within this book, the Quran, consult the Bible. Okay, and the Quran, unknowing to a lot of Christians and a lot of other people, actually speaks about Jesus, and it says that he's a prophet. You know, so Muslims believe in Jesus. They just do not believe that he was the Son of God. They just believe that he was a regular human and that he was a prophet. But it's ironic enough that they ultimately still believe that he had powers. So I don't know how they're saying that he was a regular human, but they believe that he could, you know, do miracles and things of that nature. And ultimately, before he was killed on the cross, he was taken up to heaven to come back at the end times and fight the final battle in the Armageddon. You know, this is what the Quran says. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of funny to me that, you know, they would kind of downplay the fact that this individual had such a big giant role in the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'll say. You know what I mean? All right, you guys take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Majestic Native, out. I really wasn't planning on doing all of that, but